Doris with all the books, coming to you live from the bedroom. I made the bed just for you. So yeah, there will probably be some, where'd she go? Oh, there she is. And there he is. There will probably be some gratuitous pet clips at the end of this for all you Vlogmas lovers. But anyway, this is a Monday check-in. I finished 3 more books for nonfiction November that I wanted to share with you. So which one was first? I think The Evolution of Beauty by Richard O. Prum. How Darwin's Forgotten Theory of Mate Choice Shapes the Animal World and Us. So this was a very mixed bag, mainly because the author did not know what writing style he should follow. And I don't think that was 100% his fault. I think that he's a very scientific writer. This is a very academic text. You know, popular science in the nature realm is very popular right now. So I think he was encouraged to literary it up a bit for the popular market, make the book more marketable, which I'm sure it did. However, he was just all over the place with it. So like I said, it was very academic. He's talking about a lesser known theory of Darwin's about how aesthetic evolution, I would call it. He's calling it beauty, again, I think to make it marketable. But it's kind of another selection process outside of natural selection, which I found his ideas very relevant. However, the first probably 4 chapters were very sloggy, hard to get through, because I think he was fighting with his science side and his literary side. Chapter 5 was great, and from there it got a lot better. But then, like, what was it, chapter 10, I think, or 8, I don't know, but there was one chapter that he just pulled out all the dad jokes nonstop. It was hilarious. But it's just so different. And then the last 2 chapters, again, I just slogged through them. But overall, I really got a lot out of it. I think it was interesting. He talked about things I had never even heard of. Dare I even say it? The boner bone. I had no idea that was a thing. Look it up. Anyway, answered some questions about duck sex that have been plaguing me for years. I'm not even joking about that one. I mean, I sort of am, but not really. Anyway, so there's that. And then I finished The Professor and the Madman by Simon Winchester. This is a tale of murder, insanity, and the making of the Oxford English Dictionary by Simon Winchester. So this was one that you all voted that I should read from my nonfiction pile, and it was so good. So it's short, it's a little over 200 pages, but there are also a few pictures and some dictionary entries. So, you know, the way it's set up, this one and this one, which you also voted for me to read, these were the top picks. They both had that picture and the blank page at the introduction of each chapter. And there's something so satisfying to be on page 12 and then with just minuscule effort on your own part, you're suddenly on page 15. I mean, that's so satisfying, right? Anyway, this one was about the creating of the Oxford English Dictionary, which took 70 years. Wow. And what makes it unique, and, you know, a glimpse into the times, and you are following the editor and also the madman, who is literally insane. He struggled for most of his adult life with delusions about the Irish and his sexual promiscuity. And chapter 10, guys, oh my gosh, what he did to himself, I can't even. But this was just, I found it fascinating and a very quick read. And then I Am by Maggie O'Farrell, 17 Brushes with Death. This book, oh my goodness. So the first couple chapters, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna like it. She went off on these tangential issues that were, you know, very negative and self-absorbed, and it's not really my thing. So I was questioning if I was going to like this book, but the writing was so good that I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not anything that I would DNF, but, you know, I was wondering if it was going to be a dull, annoying book the entire way. And sorry, my arm's hurting. She managed to, like, this is a memoir of her life, and she goes back and forth with different events, and she does mean brushes with death. Some of these are very overt. Yes, she could have died. Some of these are just moments in time, light, gentle brushes with, you know, with the Grim Reaper. So she manages to, like, she's so self-aware and such a skilled writer that she manages to show you how she, you know, matured through her writing. As she goes back and forth between, you know, her childhood and her young adult years and her adult years, and she just jumps back and forth, but it's with purpose. And oh my gosh, wow, this was so impactful. So really great book. And then just briefly, what am I reading today? I'm getting back to Underland by Robert Macfarlane, A Deep Time Journey. I started this early in November, but put it aside for various buddy read and readathon, etc. purposes. But I'm excited to get back to it. And then like a day or two before Nonfiction November ended, I grabbed John Steinbeck's The Log from the Sea of Cortez. This is a nonfiction in 1941. So I picked this up for Gone with the Book readathon for Mel of Mel's Brooklyn Adventures. And I just started Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel last night. I am buddy reading this with Heidi from My Reading Life and Will and Valentina. So, yay. So, there we go. The kitties were thoroughly entertained, right, Guy? And now, I gotta go to work.
The cat trap works.
If you're still here, I forgot to mention that I'm also reading The 5 Presidents by Clint Hill. I'm listening to it on audio in the car. Happy Vlogmas Day 2.